Among Us, 10 annoying things people do. Granted, Among Us has a tendency to amplify one's paranoia, but occasionally players will act a little too soos. These are their most annoying habits. It's not very often that a mobile game explodes into the zeitgeist like Among Us has. This murder mystery game has taken over the world, with millions of active players and scores of memes, posts, jokes, references, and fan art arriving on the daily. But, like any popular online game, there are some annoying player habits that are incredibly common. Most people will recognize the frustration of someone calling an emergency meeting for no reason, or the lazy crewmate who doesn't do their tasks. Alongside those irritating behaviors, here are some of the other super annoying things that people do. Number 10. Make their name a color. You can set your nickname in Among Us to almost anything you want, but people won't typically use it. Most of the time, people refer to other players by their color. For example, they won't say, Janet is suspicious, they'll say, Orange is Seuss. So, it stands to reason that one's name shouldn't be a color that differs from their avatar. It's incredibly annoying when the orange player is named Blue, and then people don't know if you're talking about them, or the person with the blue avatar. It especially doesn't help for people who are colorblind. Number 9. Sell out their teammates. In any game, there are sore losers. Some people just can't take the loss well, and Among Us sees its fair share of this bad sportsmanship. When you're playing a game with more than one imposter, these sore losers can sometimes throw the game by selling out their co-conspirator. It's incredibly disappointing when the crew figures out someone is an imposter, just for their final words before ejection to be selling out who the other imposter is. Let us play. Number 8. Don't start when the lobby is full. If you've ever been in a lobby that has filled up, you've probably seen the chat full of people saying, start. Humans are naturally impatient, so when the host takes a while to notice that the lobby is full and subsequently begin the game, people can get frustrated. It gets even worse when the lobby is at 10 out of 10 and the host is running around for a long while without starting the game. Why are you making us wait? Number 7. Start the game when the lobby is nearly empty. On the flip side of that are the hosts who start the game way too early. It's not uncommon for a host to start a game when the lobby is short a player or two, and that's fine. But, it gets problematic and annoying when the lobby has the minimum required number of players, and the host starts seemingly for no reason. If someone joins a game that says the maximum number of players is 10, it's because they want to play with 10 people. Don't start the lobby when there are only 4. Number 6. Max vote time. There's a whole host of settings for the game that the host can change, including the number of emergency meetings allowed, the walking speed of the players, and much more. One of the settings that can veer into irritating territory is the voting time setting, which changes how long players have to vote in each round. Sometimes, hosts will set the voting time to be extremely long, which is almost always unnecessary. This then goes from slightly irritating to incredibly frustrating when someone hasn't voted, or even worse, when they refuse to for one of the various reasons that people do exactly that. Number 5. Leave when they're not the imposter. Almost everyone wants to be the imposter. There's just something so fun about it, whether it's the rush of adrenaline of not getting caught, the feeling of being in on the secret, or whatever else. However, when there's only 1, 2, or 3 imposters in a group of up to 10 people, statistically, you won't be the imposter in a random game. Many people respond to this by simply quitting the game once it starts. It's never nice to be short players, so this is incredibly annoying. Number 4. Share Info IRL. People leaving because they're not the imposter is one of the most common complaints among players. But people who are playing together in real life and sharing information can't be far behind it. There's nothing that seems to fire up people in your chat quite like someone saying, I'm talking to Pink on Discord and he says the imposter is Cyan. It's incredibly frustrating, and many consider it to be fully cheating, even if it's in their favor. Number 3. Get lazy with tasks. As a crewmate, there are basically 2 ways to win. Root out all of the imposters, or complete all of your tasks. Task wins seem to be pretty rare, with the other option being much more common, it seems. But, this is no reason to completely shrug off your responsibilities as a crewmate. Just because task wins aren't common doesn't mean they don't happen. It's annoying to see someone just standing around in the cafeteria or just watching the security cameras the entire game. Much like in real life, you need to pull your weight, or people won't like you. Number 2. Call emergency meetings for no reason or dumb reasons. What a world of bliss it would be if there were no emergency meetings unless absolutely necessary. Sure, seeing someone vent and wanting to report it without a body to report to begin a meeting is useful, but it seems like more often than not emergency meetings are a complete waste of time. Many people call them to do useless and irritating things, like say they don't know how to play the game, or just to troll the other players. This is even more frustrating when you're in the middle of a task and the meeting is called, resetting your progress. Number 1. Spam troll. Speaking of trolling, it's one of the most irritating things people do in any game, even among us. The types of trolling and spamming that are seen in Among Us are diverse, to say the least. There are people who spam the chat with nonsense, whether it's gibberish or political messages, people who beg for Instagram followers, and people who just want to be annoying. So, don't do these things when you're playing Among Us. Have a fun playing. Thank you for watching. You feel free to comment your ideas. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to see the upcoming BT10 videos. See you with the next video.